In this series, we've been considering gospel promises for today. Promises that perhaps we haven't always taken hold of quite as fully as we should in our Christian lives. So you might actually, as you've gone through this series, be beginning to realize the need you have to change. You might also be struggling to know where to start or what to do to make those changes. Perhaps you are finding it hard to live in the light of your forgiveness. Perhaps you do still struggle with regrets. Perhaps some of your relationships are not what they should be. Where do you start? Where do you start to live out these gospel promises today, if this is something that you're struggling with? Well, that's a question that actually I can't answer for you. But it is a question that the gospel addresses. And it is a question that the gospel gives us a promise to help us with. And that's what we're going to look at today. What I want us to see today is that the gospel promises us wisdom. The gospel promises wisdom for today. Now, if you're just joining with us again, please do go back and review the other videos in this series that are there on our YouTube channel. Today, we're focusing on the gospel promises wisdom. In James 1 verse 5, we read, "If anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him." A wonderful promise, isn't it? And it will be given to him. How simple, yet how encouraging. We have absolutely no reason to despair over our lack of knowledge, our lack of insight, our lack of ability to even know where to start living out these gospel promises. The all-knowing God gives us this simple and clear invitation. He says, "Come, ask, and I will give." You might not know where to start when it comes to making the changes in your life that perhaps this series has highlighted need to be made. But God knows exactly where you need to start. He knows exactly what you need to do. And He promises you that if you ask Him for wisdom, He's going to give it to you. And He's going to give it to you liberally. He's going to give it to you in abundance. He's going to give you more than you will ever need. He gives His wisdom away without reproach. God isn't put out by our request for wisdom. The gospel promises us the wisdom needed to live out the freedom that Jesus Christ has won for us today. All we need to do is ask God for it. So, what's stopping you this morning asking God in prayer for the wisdom that you need to live your life in the light of these gospel promises that are for today? Amen.